Hello there and welcome back. It's race number 13 and we're going to the Hungaroring in Hungary. We're hoping to get a better performance than what we had in France for the last round. Make sure you check that one out. Going to our engineers, we've only got 10 engineers and they're fully booked up doing an underfloor and rear wing research and manufacturing. And then a big talking point of this career so far is what do we do with Sebastian Vettel? I do want to replace him just because that's £16 million salary, so we've scouted out Valtteri Bottas, who's no better to be honest with you. We only want a one-year deal driver, and he wants 14 million. Fernando Alonso, however, look at this. If we just sign Fernando Alonso up for 1 year at 85 rated, he's better than Sebastian as it is now, but the contract is surprising. Only £5 million a year, and he only wants 510k for a race bonus, and it costs $1 million to buy him out. I think that might be the way we go forward and sign Fernando Alonso at the end of the season. Race Simulator is upgraded and our rear wing research for next year is also complete, so great work from the engineers on that front. Our Race Simulator is going to give a weekly experience gain of 80%, which is going to help Oscar Piastri out, and that's just what we needed. Rear wing's done, so we're going to get some more research done for our next year's car. Front wing it is. Using up our hours and wind tunnel hours, we'll start this one off on a low-speed performance research, put 5 engineers into that, and that'll start building that car for next year. And as we go on to performance targets for this race, if you look, we're actually 2 out of 4 on our finishing position streak. We're just going to leave it there so we maintain that money coming into the business.
The Hungaroring is abuzz with excitement as Formula One returns to Hungary for another round.
So as we finish off P3, we can see there that Seb only has 44% track acclimatisation. That's because obviously P1 we swap him out for Oscar Piastri, and then this news, he had a crash in P3 which has given him a grid penalty and he wrote the car off, so he's needed a full new front rear wings, and he picks up 3 places as a penalty. So uphill battle for Sebastian in Hungary. His first lap sets in P14. Esteban Ocon is in P10 as we go round the final couple of corners on the last flying lap to set a time. Green sector 1 and green sector 2 so far for Sebastian, and same with Esteban, to be fair. Sebastian really needs to push on, especially knowing he's got a 3-place grid penalty. Where's he go over the line? He only improves his place by 1, so he's in P13. Will he get through to Q2? Esteban also completes his lap and stays P10. So we're going to hold on here now and see how we get on. So obviously Albon's finished his lap, so we can't finish below him. Mick Schumacher finishes his lap, doesn't improve. Sebastian finishes, I think Ocon will make it through here. Will Sebastian? No, he's just been knocked out, so Sebastian exits in Q1. But Esteban makes it through into Q2, so there you go. Sebastian Vettel, P16 he'll start, but then with his 3-place grid penalty, he'll start P19, which is a major disappointment. There's a jump on board now with Esteban Ocon. He got through to Q2 on a pair of nice, fresh, soft tyres. His first run puts him P13 and 2.8 seconds off the pace of Carlos Sainz, who's done a 120.4. just in front of his teammate Charles Leclerc, and surprisingly Lewis Hamilton in P3, Verstappen in P11, who is fighting for that championship with Charles Leclerc. As Esteban goes around sector 1, he's set a green sector 1. That's what we're going to need. Can we push this car through into Q3? That would be a huge achievement. See how he gets on in sector 2. Coming up shortly, we'll get that delta. It's going to be an uphill battle for Sebastian in this race. It's a sector 2 green for Esteban. How much time is he improving? Session's ended now, so the cars who are over the line, Alonso and Ricciardo, won't be setting any more laps. Can we improve on this time as we come round that final corner? You don't want to run wide. Get on the acceleration going down the home straight. Where do we go? We've gone P2. We've gone P2, but where does that put us? So Alonso, Ricciardo, Tsunoda already finished. Leclerc sets the fastest lap so far. Hamilton to Russell. Magnussen in the Haas. Everybody's improving. Where does Carlos Sainz go? Will Lando Norris or Lance Stroll knock us out? Lando Norris knocks us out and we're out in Q2. It's P12 start. So we are knocked out of Q2 and we're starting the race in P12. It's not the worst place to start from. Hopefully Esteban can attack from the off and make some positions up on that opening lap.
It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself.
So here we go then, let's have a look at race strategy. We're going aggressive from the start with Sebastian. He's on a hard time to the medium. Esteban's going to do a soft onto the hard. One stop for both drivers. Hopefully on the soft tyre, Esteban can get going from the start.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers who've now taken position on the grid. And there we've got Esteban Ocon. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. With the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So there we go then. Sebastian Vettel starts P16. Ocon's made a place up and gone to P10 already. And that's what we need from him from the start. Great start from him down the home straight, going into the first right-hander. How are we doing? We're just on the inside here. Slow moving traffic. Dropping back to Sebastian there. He's up to P15. He's made a move on Alex Albon. That's really good work. But Alex Albon has the inside line now. Then cars have struggled at the back there. Mick Schumacher, is he going slow? He's holding the pack up there. We lose that place back out to Alex Albon. But I think we can easily gain that back. This long straight, there'll be plenty of overtaking opportunities there as we chase down Lando Norris from Esteban Ocon in P10. We've gained a couple of positions on this opening lap, so that's a great start for us. Is that McLaren not performing to expectations this season? Overtake mode is on with the ERS. So hopefully we can start using that down the home straight when we come to it. There's a sweep round the final corner here now. Keep it nice and tidy. Get on that ERS. Push on the tyres. Let's see what Esteban can do. Riding on board now with Esteban Ocon. He's chasing Lando Norris down. He's getting closer. He's getting closer. Will he make a move up the inside? No, he just decides to back out of it. He'll bide his time. We are only on lap 2 here. There's plenty of time. He's going to go up the inside here. He's got a good run on him. Can he outbrake him? He goes up the inside. He uses the apex on the inside. Does he make this move stick? Now Lando Norris has the inside. No, that is brilliant move from Esteban Ocon up to P9. ERS massively helps him there.
Good job.
And Sebastian picks a place up off Alex Albon. So lap 4 now. Esteban chasing down Lance Stroll. These two swap seats this season. Lance was not performing to expectation in this Aston Martin. Ocon has come in and shown him that it was possible. As he goes up the inside again, he's made an absolute replica of the move that he put on Lando Norris. And Esteban Ocon is up to P8 already. This is great racing from Esteban. Lap 5 though, Lance on that straight has got back past him. I think the key here
Currently P9.
is down that straight. We need to push on.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Oh, so Vettel's run wide there. Look at this, he's P20. Vettel's hard work is undone. And he's all the way down to P19 now, running wide. So all eyes are on Esteban Ocon now. That is a huge margin for Sebastian to try and make up. So he'll be playing now just for his own respect. As Esteban tries to go around the outside this time on Lance Stroll, but he has the inside line. Esteban Ocon is making that inside line on this corner his own. That is 4 overtakes he's completed now on that inside corner.
Like there's been a lock-up.
As we move through the race a little bit, Esteban's up to P7. Sebastian's got himself up to P17. pit stops aren't just yet. Esteban will be the first to pit on them soft tyres. One stop, remember, in this strategy. As you start seeing the drivers now, they are starting to pit. So after pit stops, that initial flurry, Esteban goes in for his now. He goes in P7 and he's come out in P9 just in front of his teammate Sebastian. Oh, Sebastian! Sebastian Vettel spun the car. Sebastian. Oh my word. He's dragged himself up to P10 pre-pit stop. And now he's spun his down to P17 with pit stop. Oh, there's a huge crash. Huge shunt. There's a huge shunt.
Position gained for AlphaTauri.
What has gone on here? There is a huge shunt. Zhou Guanyu.
Let's take another look. There we have Joe.
So he's going up what we can call Esteban's favourite corner. He's locked the car up and he's going to go straight on into the barrier.
Very, very wrong there.
Front wing is gone. I'm surprised there's no more damage to that. But look at this now. Zhou is out in the race and he's holding this pack of cars up to Esteban. And look at the gap that Esteban's gaining. He's gained 2 seconds margin because Zhou Guanyu held everybody up. So he's got a 5.8 second gap now to Valtteri Bottas in P10. He's chasing down Fernando Alonso in P8. This has worked out very well. So Ocon trying up the inside there. He's on the hard tyre now, Esteban. 3 laps of fuel in hand. That's because we was conserving that for a couple of laps when we pit, just before we pitted and just after we pitted. So chase down Fernando Alonso with the excess fuel that he's got. 5.6 second gap to Daniel Ricciardo behind him in P10. If Esteban could drag out a couple of points in this race, that'd be a great result. Sebastian down in P16, 4.2 seconds off Lando Norris, but he has yet to pit as well. But look at that gap back to Zhou Guanyu's 20 seconds off Yuki Tsunoda. So he probably slots, when Sebastian pits, it probably comes out just before Zhou or just after. And hopefully fresher tyres again. But look at this, Esteban Ocon makes the move on Fernando Alonso. It's not Lance Stroll's Alpine this time, it's Alonso's Alpine. But he gets the job done. As Vettel comes into the pits now, where does he come out? Esteban had a couple of places taken off him by Valtteri Bottas, who's moving fast. Remember, that was a 5.8 second gap to Valtteri Bottas, and Valtteri is closed up. That's because Fernando was fighting.
Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
Nicely done again. But this is the reason why they've lost so much time, because these two have been fighting so much. It's allowed the other cars from behind to just come on and get involved in the race. More pit stops here, and that's put Ocon up to P7. Now, Ocon's going to go another 20 laps on these hard tyres. Everyone else behind's going to have fresh ones. Can he keep it? Alonso's coming down the outside. Look at the pace on Alonso there. The pace on Alonso, wow. He must have had DRS and the ERS wide open, and he's got a secondary helping of DRS there.
So this is last lap you can push.
So we go to the last lap. Esteban is P10. Can we at least take P9? Can we take P9? We're going all out on both drivers. Aggressive and overtake on everything. We do Alonso. They need to rename this corner Esteban Ocon's corner. What a move that is again. Can we chase down Valtteri Bottas? Well, 1 second. We won't get DRS as it stands. 1 second away from Valtteri Bottas in P8.
We're good to push straight away.
Copy.
Going to use that. ERS remain available, and I think we're just going to settle now for holding on to P9. We're defending with the RS, holding off Fernando Alonso. Sebastian's going to finish this race in a sorry 15th, unfortunately. The race has finished now. Sainz comes over the line and wins the race in P1. 16-second margin.
He's taken the win.
Sergio Perez, that's huge. Ocon has held on to Fernando Alonso here. And he's actually kept the gap at 1 second to Bottas, but it's P9 for Esteban Ocon.
Yeah, copy.
So points for Esteban. Sebastian comes home in a sorry P15. Okay, so here we go then. Carlos Sainz win the race, gains 2 places to do that. Sergio Perez in second, Charles Leclerc in third. We grab 2 points with Esteban Ocon in P9, gains a place. And Sebastian Vettel gains a place also in P15, but he was lapped and it was a disaster for him. Esteban stays P11 in the Drivers' Championship, sorry. So does Sebastian Vettel, keeps his position of P10 with 35 points. And in the Constructors, we go down a place. We've lost ground to AlphaTauri. Even though we gained 2 points, AlphaTauri gains 6, and they're now P6 in the Championship, and we are P7th. So that is not the best. But here we go, our mid-season board review. So the target is to finish 8th, and we're currently 7th, so the board are happy with that. Long term was to score points in 50% of this season's races by 2024. They're actually on 6 out of 11 for that, and we've got 3 seasons remaining on that goal, so that is a positive. Team rating and confidence is high, so the board have given us $1.5 million to spend, which we'll use wisely. Thanks for checking out this episode, and make sure you come back to check out Belgium, where we're going to Spa. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, let me know how this race went. Cheers.